Tell me, do you see what I see again? Tell me, do you see it? The numbers. Tell me, do you see what I see again? Stop. Listen. Do you see the numbers too?
Oi. Back with more reaction video Decode for you today. And let me tell you, before we begin, since I've found this article, since it came into my path, I'm telling you, it has been giving me constant giggles. When I tell you I've been in fits. If there was ever a Decode that's, you got like your really good funny decodes, I'm telling you, this is straight into top 10. This is a top 10 winner. Yeah, high profile candidate, man. This is just the creme de la creme. Now, if you haven't or don't know what's going on here, bear with me 1 second. And if you're new, what we do is basically show you how ritualistically scheduled and rolled out the given realities to us every single day via understanding the simple code and practice of Gematria, the practice of coding numbers into words and phrases. As soon as you understand this simple practice and the script that runs within the practice, you can truly see how the powers that shouldn't be do all they do so ritualistically: manipulate, mock, orchestrate. And again, I'm going to keep this streamlined, so I'm not going to be sidebarring too much. Again, if you're new, there's more than enough playlists available and uploads for you to get the hang of what's going on, where I'm going to be going a bit more intricate. I just want to make a quick, short streamliner. Again, check out affiliated channels, the obvious ones that are there. Check out the links in the description. Of course, Gematria Effect News and whatnot. Shout out to Decode and the rest of yous. Disambiguation, Kayla, Gematria _85. Right, now let me get into this. So why is this man on the ladder? What's going on here? Here we have the Mail Online Builder 51, who died after falling from a 10-foot ladder, was actually killed by coronavirus, doctors say. Again, maybe this story is real, not real, or a mix of true lies. Understand how they sprinkle this, system that they use of Gematria on everything that they do. So movie releases, articles, celebrity death, whether it's orchestrated by them or not, or it's a normal person's death, it doesn't matter. How they write up in the news, etc., etc., or maybe by the way that they died, then we can tell maybe if it was more of a sacrifice by the powers that shouldn't be. But anyway, so apparently he's died via coronavirus. So they're saying that he died and then they realized that he had coronavirus. So no, 257, of course, Wuhan virus equals 57. It says Builder tested positive for coronavirus after he was pronounced dead by medics. Postmortem led to diagnosis of acute respiratory distress syndrome. This is a life-threatening condition, normally resulting in hospitalization. Scientists said the condition triggered by the virus caused the man's death. So basically, he's on the ladder. And he has a heart attack. Yeah? I just want to quickly read this, so then when I get to the crescendo now, oh, still gonna wrap it up much quicker. But I have to get a quick joke with this at the same time. Let me change the screen. 4 minutes. So last 3 minutes now. I said it would be about 7 minutes. So the man who has not been named suffered lacerations to his forehead, bruises to his face, elbow, and left hand after he fell into the yard of a under construction family home. Medics were called and rushed to the building site in Croatia and desperately tried to revive him, but he was declared dead at the scene. A test for coronavirus was then carried out as required by local medical guidelines and came back positive. An autopsy revealed Large sections of his lungs were blocked, leading doctors to diagnose the acute, or the ARDS thing, yeah, the acute respiratory distress syndrome, ARDS. So, the life-threatening condition, which normally results in hospitalization, triggered when vital organs did not get enough oxygen. Academics at the University of Zagreb said the COVID-induced illness had caused his fall, which they argued meant the death must be recorded as a COVID-19 fatality under the World Health Organization guidelines. The scientists said the evidence unequivocally led to COVID-19 being the blame for the death, but they did not specify how. Experts today suggested the man may have lost his balance while climbing the rungs, leading to the fall, which would make COVID-19 to blame. They added that going up a ladder while suffering from ARDS was the last place I would want to be. So, COVID being the blame for his death, unequivocally, yeah? Here's the bit I want to get to. I'll read this bit as well quickly though. It was triggered when the lungs become severely inflamed from an infection such as COVID-19 or injury. This causes fluid from nearby blood vessels to leak into the lungs, air sacs, stopping the body from absorbing enough oxygen. Due to the drop in oxygen availability, the vital organs start to respire anaerobically without oxygen in order to create enough energy to keep working. But this causes lactic acid to build up, which, when in high concentrations, can trigger a cardiac arrest or organ failure. So obviously cardiac arrest, like a heart attack. So that was the same slide. But after an autopsy revealed severe damage to the lungs, they said they could rule this out. The man had suffered from a headache, fatigue, fever, cough, chest discomfort, and shortness of breath in the week before his death, his co-workers said. They had asked him to go to a doctor, but he had refused their advice. I mean, look at, oh God. Are you seeing the mind manipulation there for the reader? The man also had type 2 diabetes and was a smoker, which was raised his risk of death from COVID-19. The decision to attribute the death to coronavirus was presented in a study in the Journal of Forensic Pathology by pathologists led by Valiber, whatever that says, obviously I can't read it. I'll read from here. Oh yeah, there it is. From the Velibar Puzovic from Dubrovnik General Hospital, because again this is in Croatia, right? So the WHO, as in the World Health Organization, defines a death from COVID as one resulting from a clinically compatible illness in a probable or confirmed COVID-19 case. But the organization always says deaths where there is a clear alternative cause should not be attributed to the virus. Mail Online has contacted the WHO for a comment on whether the death was recorded correctly, but yet has yet to hear back. Professor Paul Hunter, we'll get to Professor Paul Hunter in a second. I know I've gone more than 7 minutes, but hey. But I felt I had to read this as well, just to give more context rather than just go into it. Obviously I could just put the link, but I thought to just read it, because I wanted to get to certain bits so you got the context, man. So Professor Paul Hunter, an expert in medicine at the University of East Anglia, said he would have attributed the fatality to the coronavirus if he was signing the death certificate. So he's saying, yeah, he was all for definitely being COVID. So here we go. So at first sight, he probably may not be fit. So at first sight, he probably may not fit the criteria for a COVID-19 death, he told the Mail Online. But why did he fall from the ladder? Was it heart attack caused by COVID-19? These do occur, or was he ill and shaky from his acute respiratory distress syndrome, the ARDS, and that led to his fall? So obviously they're coming for the probables. I just want to show you what's so interesting, which they'll probably then further come out and say. So, you know, it's not me trying to be all mystic medal predicting, but obviously using this system what they use, let's see then in the coming so long if they're going to come out and say heart attack. And now why am I saying heart attack? Why am I saying heart attack? Well, let's see why I'm saying heart attack. Apparently, is this inside the man's lungs? Is this a picture of it? This is the inside of his lungs from the paper. Scientists said the large areas were filled with fluid, which affected the supply of oxygen to his vital organs. So why am I going for heart attack? And they may still mix in other stuff, but obviously they still may say, you know, yeah, definitely had a heart attack. Because of course, if it was heart attack, so this is where I went, look. No, Builder 51 who died after falling from 10-foot ladder, yeah? So you can see it in all its glory, excuse me. Right, so as we know, the pandemic's going on, obviously COVID, you know, the name derived from the so-called pandemic. Pandemic equals 151. So 1051, 10-foot ladder, the man's age is 51. Anyway, that aside, let's continue, because of course heart attack equals 36. The 36 prime is 151. And note, Builder 118, Ladder 118, perfect overlay and reverse ordinal. Of course, we know death equals 118. Of course, ladder equals 44, kill 44. And look at that bottom row anyway, because of course, you know, the Catholic Church, Society of Jesus and whatnot, and Jesuit Order, and many more, are all behind all of this crazy type of shit. And how everything's structured and laid out, and blah, blah, blah. So again, Catholic 35, 46 and 71. Builder 35, 46 and 71. I'm not even sure. I should have written Catholic down. Is that a perfect overlay? I can't even remember. Oh man. And no, if they're saying he died from COVID, if off the ladder, look, ladder equals 26. Remember the 26 is? COVID, China virus, viral disease, plague, chaos equals 26. Corona means crown. Crown equals 26. And of course, we use 26 letters of the alphabet. And we all know the God stuff. God 26. Spelling. Casting spells. Spell equals 26. So, let's move along to here now. So, minutes were called and rushed to the building site in Croatia. Interestingly, Croatia building, I just thought that was interesting. 260. We just spoke about 26 partially, even though there was more to be said. But again, if you're new, please check out other videos provided. I'm trying not to be too long, but this is one of those ones anyway. I'm happy to take my sweet time, but I'm not going to go past 20 minutes. I know that much because they're literally finished now. Interestingly, look, building site equals 193. Ladder equals 44. Kill 44. The 44th prime 193. Of course, Freemasonry 59. Kill 59. What we got here? Remember the time was 2:57. Again, Wuhan virus 57. There it is. Now, Peter Hunter. So remember we had the guy that came in to talk and say, right, I was actually, more so for it being, COVID related, and then whatever the other factors came in that made him fall. He's all for it. So Paul R. Hunter is a professor at the medicine at the University of East Anglia. He was the first professor of health protection in the United Kingdom when he was appointed to the Norwich Medical School in 2001. Of all the years. Of course, we went 201, much like 2001. And then 21 anyway, dropped the zeros, then he was in numerology. That's why in this community, that's why we clocked to the main reason why it went crazy in the mainstream on January 21st. As in the 21st of January, of course, you know what I mean? And then with the one-to-one, they revealed something, revelation. But anyway, and as we know, 9/11, and then from 9/11 to them deeming it a pandemic in March, global pandemic in March, since you know, he went crazy in the media from the January 21st. Again, coronavirus pandemic 113, just like the date they deemed it a global pandemic, the 11th of March. And then, of course, you know, the 113s that go with that from the Talmud and all the words that relate to lie. Now, and the 222 weeks from 9/11 to they deemed it that day. 220 weeks Wuhan, coronavirus equals treble 2, order out of chaos equals treble 2, ritualistic Masons equals treble 2, and also as above so below equals treble 2. So yeah, so you can see, I just had to just quickly say that, regardless if you're new or not, as just a reminder, because you can clearly see why he's, you know, all up in it on this day, saying all of this type of stuff in the news. Oh, interesting. Unequivocally, yeah? 177, the Jesuit order also 201, like Event 201, that took place last year. If you don't know what that is, you can find the highlights for it on YouTube, feel free. It's in a playlist on this channel as well, so you'll find it in there, in the coronavirus playlist. There's 2 of them, coronavirus update or something it's called. Anywho, so unequivocally also equals 60. Hold up, where's it going? But did I say that already? Wuhan virus 60, unequivocally 60. And 66, like corona equals 66. You see how it just chains along? You see? Again, the Jesuit order 177. Like unequivocally. Pandemic 43, they give you the news with a day with 43 days left. Numerology of 69, the Jesuit order 69. Again, police, people, society, order, corona, masonry, secrecy equals 33. 3 minutes coming in, hurry up. Look. You see, Wuhan virus equals 114. Professor Paul Hunter, go figure. And 96 like corona equals 96. Oh my god, this one is too much. Building site 76, and then we have the microbiologist coming to talk about it as well. Look, 76 as well. Unbelievable. The University of East Anglia 101, the 26th prime is 101, and the time was 2:57. The 55th prime is 2:57. Look, Paul R. Hunter 55. Again, pandemic, we spoke about that. 43 days remaining. Right, that is it. I think we made it. Ooh, look, 2 minutes to spare, even though I did originally say 7 minutes. But hey, I just wanted to, we'll go into this one next time, obviously. I know the attention span's crazy from the mind schism out there, and we're just trying to, you know, we're just doing the best that we can, whether people realize it or not. We're doing our part, serving up the truth soup. And again, I hope you like today's dish and what was on the menu. And we'll see in the coming days or weeks if they say, yeah, he definitely had heart attack. Because look how it's written up and how all those numbers line up, regardless of, you know, the other factors that are playing into the circumstances of this situation. Now, just take this in. If this is a true story, fucking beautiful. I'm not saying I condone violence, but off the bat, look, Kill 44. Again, we're not going into this right now, but if this is a true story, poetic justice. Lag stabbed Britain's worst pedo, Ritual Huckle, in the brain as he wanted him to feel what all those children felt. Now, this could be the story of the year. This man needs some type of what, Nobel Prize. What does he have to get? OBE? Does he have to get knighted from the Queen? Well, probably she wouldn't be doing it because, well, if you know what I'm saying, you know what I mean? Because that's not really a thing. She's the type of person to knight fucking Gary Glitter and fucking Jimmy Savile. Fucking hell. So we'll leave it there. Wholeness, flat mother, love and power. Spread love and light. Hashtag don't be a basic beast brainer. And of course, give gracious gratitude, but take no shit.